Well, howdy there, Internet students. It's Mr. Hermanson again. We're going to do a little bit more on surface area, this time on triangular prisms. So I'm going to let you fill in the parts of this first um, triangular prism, the net of it. I just want you to notice one thing about this, that these marks here mean that all three sides are equal. So this is an equilateral triangle. All right, so go ahead and see if you can figure out what the area of all these parts are and total up and get the surface area. Do it in pencil just in case you do it wrong. All right, here's what I got. Just to go over this quickly, if this is 11 here, then this is 11 here, and this is 11 here, and each of these are 6 by 11. So 6 times 11 on each of them, which is 66. And when you find the area of the triangle, you have to take base, which is 6, times the height, which is 5.2, and then you divide that by 2. And that gives you 15.6. Now, can I make a quick suggestion here? Just to make it easier for you, let's just do this one rectangle, which we call the lateral area, by finding the perimeter of the base, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, and then multiply that by 11, just so you do this whole thing at once, and then you just have to add the two bases. So instead of doing 6 times 11 and then times 3, you can just do 18 times 11 and get this total, which is 198. So that total plus the area of the two bases. All right. So give that a shot here. See if you can find the area. Try doing this all at one time by finding the perimeter of this base and multiplying that by 8. All right, try that. So if you find the perimeter of the triangle, in other words, add the 7 twice and the 9.9 once, you end up with this, this, and this. So the length of that rectangle, which is 23.9, multiply that by 8. That's 191.2. And then we add to the bases. Now the bases are triangles, and the length and width of those triangles are 7 and 7. So we do 7 times 7 divided by 2, which is 24.5. Then we multiply that by 2, which is 49. Add that to our 191.2, and we get 240.2 for the surface area. Now remember, that's an area, so it's square inches. All right, now on this one, so you kind of have to imagine we have this thing flopped out, and we have this triangle base like that, and this length right here, this red line, is the perimeter of that triangle. So you have to find that length by adding up all three of those sides. And then this length here is the height, which is the distance between the two triangular bases, which is this number right here, 15. So it's 15 times the perimeter, get that. And then you have to add the area of the bases twice. Don't forget, it's to find the area of a triangle, you do base times height divided by 2. Go ahead and see if you can come up with the right answer there. All right, so here's what I got for that. I took 15 times 14. 15 is the height of it. 14 is the perimeter of the triangle. That's, once again, that's this line here. Basically, I'm just adding each of the sides of the triangle there, which would be 5, 4, and 5, which correspond to these. All right, so I did 15 times 14, and then the area of one triangle is 4 times 3 divided by 2, which is 6, and there's 2 of those. triangle bases. All right, so we end up with 222 square centimeters when all is said and done. All right, and I would suggest, I mean, it wouldn't hurt for you to go ahead and draw out your flat pattern. There's your three sides. There's your triangle. The base of that triangle is 4. The sides of that triangle is 7.3. So this is 7.3, this is 7.3. And go ahead and find the area of this rectangle. This dimension is 6 because that's the distance between the triangles, which you can see here. There's one triangle there, one triangle there. Okay. And on this one, you also have to find the volume, which is the area of this triangle times 6, base area times height. Go ahead and figure those. All right, so I found this area by doing the perimeter of the base, which is 18.6 times 6, which is 1.6. Then I have to add 2 of the base areas. The base is this triangle, which is 4 times 7, which is 28 divided by 2, which is 14. And there's 2 bases, so 14 times 2. All right. If we want to find out how much chocolate could fit in a box, which measure would we need, volume or surface area? Go ahead and figure that out. You should have said volume because you're trying to figure out how much fits in there, not how much cardboard you need. If you're doing how much cardboard you need to wrap the box, then you're doing a flat pattern, a net, which is surface area. Okay, so here's all the formulas you're going to use. And you can go ahead and try that homework, see how it goes, and we'll talk to you soon.